Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, it's Friday. Friday's request day. Today's map's being requested by the creator and has been voted in by the BonBon Buddies over on Patreon. It's really easy to become a BonBon Buddy. Just head over to patreon.com/BonBonB. Sign up for just $1 a month and you too can get your voice heard every single week and we'll get the best maps reviewed. Now, the creator we have done several times in the past, 7 times in the past, no less. We got 2 lots of 9 stars, 3 lots of 10 stars, 1 of 11, and 1 of 12, and the seal of approval. Now, getting the seal of approval is really difficult, but you can give it quite easily by hitting the seal of approval button. That's right, hitting the seal of approval button really does help the channel grow because it gets me seen by more people and I grow a little bit more every single day because of it. So thanks for your support. Today's map is Los Cocos, I think that's correct, by CHECO MX. Yes, CHECO MX from Mexico and a big fan of the show, and we're a big fan of him, I think. There's your start square, 2 entry points to the start square. Which one will we start from today? There's your terrain heights, lots of flat-ish lands, but the terrain does undulate quite a bit also. Then you've got your resources look like that. I think that's usable. I think that's definitely doable. And then off to the workshop, we'll be using the Just Tropical theme. The satellite LUTs, there's some trees, basically palm trees and coconut trees to subscribe to because it is definitely a tropical map. And of course, if you speak Spanish, it's all there in Spanish for you as well. Very nicely laid out also. Apparently, there are lots of Virgin Islands to be entered. Don't look at me. I'm just reading from the description. Okay, it's a tropical map. There's quite a lot I like about this map. Quite a lot. First of all, although it's a tropical island map, I would say that at least 50%, if not more, of the map is landmass rather than just water. We've got a decent highway layout that snakes its way across the islands in 3 different directions. And then we've got tunnels, which are very tidily done. They emerge somewhere over here. Lovely. And then we've got lots of start locations or potential start locations. There's your tunnels emerging there, just in case you didn't know what a tunnel looked like. And here's the first of our many possible start locations. Now, that isn't the start square, of course. We'll head towards that. You'll know when we get to start square. We've got a very demure and small asset today. You might not notice it. It's going to be so small that a few of you are going to ask, did we even have an asset at all? You'll also spot a little bit of sarcasm in my voice, hopefully. Okay, the trees today. I'm really sold on the tree placements today. Mostly, there are a couple of bits that we will get to the second half of the show. But there are clusters of palm trees and bushes everywhere, and it just brings the whole map together and holds the whole map together. I'm quite a fan of the trees and the shrubs in today's map. I'm guessing plopped intersection looks too clean, but to be hand drawn. But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, we are talking about definitely an established creator here. Anyway, so we'll turn around, head into the start square, which is right there. Now, where's that asset? I know we left it around here somewhere. It's the Barclays Center by XDBX. In the description, there's word that this was co-created by a friend of theirs who likes to do cartoonish style buildings. So I don't know if this is a real life building or a cartoony type building. All I can say is it looks a little bit like a wicker basket, and I'm a big fan. Factoids. Remember, this book is from the 80s. We're nearly finished it now, actually. In India, Africa and Brazil, wounds are sometimes closed by allowing termites to bite through the edges. The powerful jaws act like a surgical clip, and they stay in place when the insect's bodies are broken off. Wouldn't it just be easier to get a sewing kit? Yeah. Have you got any termites to hand? Nope. We've got a leech. Anyway, yes, I'm hoping things have moved on a little bit in Brazil and India since then. Anyway, there you go, Barclays Center by XDBX. Very modern, big, pointy building. When I say pointy, of course, I mean the shape of it. It's a very long, sharp-edged building there. Right, we'll carry on. We'll just jubile along here and see what we can come across as we're following the highways. The highways, well, we're going to come up to an intersection in a minute. And the bridge. We're going to come to a bridge first. And we'll check out the bridge. And where's this bridge? We'll get there in a moment. It's a long old road, this one. There's a long old road snaking across all the islands. There we go. Here's the big bridge. This joins the two main islands that you'll be building on. Quite like that. Is it high enough? We'll get to that, as usual, straight after the intermission. And then down towards the the main intersection. Start Square intersection. This is the main intersection. It brings the three highways together. You've probably seen this intersection several times. If we take a left here, this will take us off to the fog with a little bit of a wiggle down that way. We're going to go the other way because there's plenty more start locations the other way. Now, I'm going to point out my one grumble with this intersection. And this is a pillar problem. Specifically this main one here, this road directly above our heads here. Right, next pillar is coming. It's coming. It's definitely coming. It's all the way over here, and there it is, just over there. Right, that is a long span without any support. And I know nanotechnology and carbon tubes and all that sort of stuff, but I'd just rather walk, if that's okay with you. And then, yes, we got there are a couple of other missing pillars, but that was the one that really stood out for me as being the one that needs just a little bit more, support. And there's lots of creativity ways of getting support by using pillars in different unexpected ways. We're seeing some of these creators using pillars in ways you'd never thought of before, and I think a little bit of work from CHECO MX to catch up with them, I think, with pillar placements. Another potential start location there, which is fine. And if we just follow this road around, we'll come to at least another one, at least one more, maybe two. I don't remember now. I got so lost with this map actually when I was doing my initial fly through, trying to work out what I was going to do in what order. And yeah, we got this one here, which goes in to the bay there. The bottom of the hill. I think that's quite all right down there. Let's see, getting some shipping into there, hopefully, and then off this way. And yes, so I got lost trying to find my way around. It's just like, where was that thing that I found? I need to go back to later. Anyway, speaking about coming back later, I'm going to Call of Nature. I think intermission time.
Are you worried that you aren't using all the best mods? And which ones best suit your needs anyway? Then you need the community voted top 10 mods of 2019. Click the information button now.
And so we are back with the shipping routes. And we have no problems with the shipping routes. Well, maybe one problem with the shipping route. This bridge, is it high enough? Possibly, maybe. Is this pillar in the way? I think it is on this side. Yeah, there's definitely going to be some shipping clipping across that. Minor stuff, of course. Just remove the pillar. It's simple. It is simple. And then we'll follow the shipping route this way. And then over the tunnel. Well, not obviously over the tunnel. The tunnel is under the shipping route, really, I guess. We'll take a little left here because that goes off to the fog over there. And go this way. We can go back the way we came, or we can go over this way to the fog this side. What about the water flow? I hear you ask. What about the water flow? Well, this is your start square down here, and we have water pushing down between these two islands. I think it's possibly edge of map water flow. I didn't check, but the point is, the further we go around the bend, the stiller and duller it gets, until we get to about here, and I see no motion at all. Where are we is the question, and the answer to that, I'll just check a bit further down. Nope. Yes, just around the corner, so basically in start square territory. I'm suggesting that maybe you're going to get a bit of sewage build-up in that kind of area. Okay, let's have a look at some of the islands, because it's all about the islands. I mean, some of them are just sandbanks. I quite like that, and I do like this as a tropical theme. Tropical island maps aren't my thing normally. Let's choose an island. About this one. But I can appreciate a tropical island map, and I think as tropical themes go, I don't think they go any better than the just tropical theme. A little bit of a green. This possibly should be sandbank here, I think, actually. There might be mist. In fact, it just stretches out a little bit more. Could join the two islands together, or just drop it down a little bit more so it doesn't show. Then over here, you can see we've got a few more possible green sandbanks going on there. This island here, let's have a look. Quite like the beaches. I like the shape of the island. Again, I do like all the trees, the tree placements and bushes and shrubs on all of these islands and on the mainlands as well. It's yeah, the tree usage on this particular map is very good, high quality, and it's just everywhere you look there is life, you know. Shall we have a look at this little island over here? We've got a little bit of a cove going on there, and again everything around that island looks fine. I'm going to suggest that, I have mentioned this before, some of you like it. That looks a little bit too lumpy bumpy under the water there, and around here we can see that we've got like raised lumpy bumpy sand. I know it's suggesting it's people have suggested it's coral. I don't know whether, I mean, I'm not a big fan. Let me just turn down some of these for a bit of smoothing. Probably a bit too sharp on the smoothing. Let's move that down a little bit more. There you go. So yeah, I would just do a very light smoothing brush over all that if it were me. And it's up to you, but I think it might be about 50-50 for those people that would like to see it smoothed, and for those people who actually preferred it as it was before. So there's that one, and then we've got this one round here. Let me do the same here, I think, shall we? As we're here, as I'm got some minutes to fill, don't want it to be too short to show. There you go. I think I prefer that. I think I'd still do more work to it. As always, whenever I do tinkering here, if this was my map, I'd be doing a lot more tinkering than a few seconds of brush work here and there. Got a bit of a harbour going on in there. A little bit of a bay or a cove or a harbour. Now, I'm looking around for, here we go. In this little cove here, we have got one or two of these. There, two of them. And a couple of drowned trees there. Now, seaweed? Possibly, but I'm not buying it as seaweed, because in isolation like that it just doesn't really fit for seaweed. There is another one around here. Oh, it was in this cove, this actual cove that I was looking at a second ago, and if we have a look around here, there is somewhere, there it is on that sandbank there, and this can't pass for seaweed. That's a cluster of bushes, that is. Drowned trees in the ocean. Oh, you're a mean man, Los Cocos. No, CHECO MX. Los Cocos is the map. You're a mean map, Los Cocos. Oh, I'm liking the layout of the islands. I'm liking that. I'm liking the tree work. I'm liking a lot of it. I'm thinking there's a lot you could do with this map. There's a lot you could do. I think there's a lot you might want to do first before you actually start doing. I'm now looking for a really pretty thumbnail, and that's, I thought that would look better. No, I'm not going with that one. Let me come and, how about here, just getting some trees on the edge. That just looks a bit, no, I'm not buying that either. There will be somewhere. I'm just, thumbnail time, guys and gals. Around there would be okay. I don't really want to do, no, I want this to be a tropical island thumbnail. What am I looking for? I'm looking for maybe something with a view over a bay. How about this hill? Yes, this is going to give us a thumbnail. Right, anyway, what do you think of this map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. What do I think? I think it's going to be there. I think it's going to be squeezing into the top 10. Obviously, I've no idea what's coming this month, but I think it will squeeze in there. So aesthetically, I kind of like it. There's stuff about it that needs polishing. I'm going to go low 4. It's a 4, but it's a low 4. Detailing, I think there are definitely a few problems here to be fixed. As always, I just feel CHECO MX needs to spend about an extra 5 hours on each map just to polish things out. But it's still good. I'm going to give it 3 stars. Gameplay potential. This map is playable. I think there's a lot of options going on with it. I think there's potential for water flow issues in the start square in terms of sewage build-up. But I think it's playable. And I'm going to go 3 stars. High 3 though, close to a 4th. Los Cocos by CHECO MX. Even though it only got 10 stars from me, this is one of my preferred maps of theirs. It's one of those I think I score in my head better than I've scored with my mouth. Does that make sense? No, I know, I'd never make sense, do I? Anyways, thank you very much for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing, and to all those guys last month who supported me on Patreon. There's no map on the screen now if you want to go and have a little vote on that. And don't forget, later on today we have Duvo. So come and join me for a little bit of Duvo. And I'll see you again tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series. Thanks for watching.